And so that's sort of what happened and why everything is so impossible to deal with now when something does go wrong, why it's so hard to find a human being to get around. So Spotify kind of pulls numbers out of the air and says, hey, well, we think that this person is using a botted playlist, or we think that this person is committing streaming fraud in some way. And then when I finally did get a response from somebody who made that decision, they claimed that they had evidence that would show me the evidence, but they claimed that they had evidence that I was committing streaming fraud. When I looked at the data that Spotify gave me, which is a little bit more detailed than what you would see on your Spotify artist page, it was almost for how predictable my music is listened to. You know, it's just hills on days and times and days and regions and stuff. The only tip-off that they could have had would have maybe been IP addresses from people putting music on playlists. And that's obviously a very shoddy way of doing it. With other artists, I think it was extremely obfuscated because at the time, and I assume still, DistroKid and a lot of these distributors, they offer playlist services. They do things like Submit Hub and all this stuff where people are encouraged, sometimes by the distributor, to put themselves in an ecosystem that's going to get them pulled down for botting. And I cannot stress enough to any artist out there to stay the heck away from these things, because that is just asking for it to happen, unfortunately.
But this isn't really a video about bots. I'm sure we're all familiar with those by now, given how many major artists and labels are constantly being accused of using them to artificially inflate their streaming numbers. Instead, there's a much darker side to this I wanted to talk about, thanks to the complete lack of enforcement and reasoning. In recent years, artists have had their songs or even entire catalogs removed as a part of botted playlists using their music.
Now, I wanted to make it perfectly clear for everyone. First of all, I have retreated to my bathroom because it is windowless. The area I live in is notorious with people for using AI abuse, as is explained in the video that I was showcasing in this upload of a brief play, so that anyone who wants to actually watch the whole thing in its entirety can go to the actual video. The link will be provided in the description, and I'm not expecting a lot of views on this. The intent on this upload is to undoubtedly prove I am the user of the Equestrian Dreams melody profile. Somebody stole my Motorola phone one evening when I left it on the corner of my table because I left the balcony sliding door unlocked. The front door was locked, but it just went missing one day. It had a few Pokemon stickers on it. There was some, very hard to replicate glitter mix glued to the back side of the phone. It was the actual phone itself, no casing, so there was no way to mimic or imitate, especially when there was a unique blend of glitter that cannot be copied, period, because the blend was so unique. Full name: Henry Scott Christensen, born at Sharon Hospital in Connecticut on October 7, 1989. I can't show my identification, or YouTube will not only block this video, but prevent it from being viewable at all in the first place, or uploaded for that matter. We're all freaking tired of monopolizers abusing the use of AI when, as I had explained in the comments sent to that video, and this is definitely something for people to remember, Grok will bullshit you on bad AI generates if it detects how content, music, or art is uploaded to generate as your own content that is not yours from the start. I have needed to show proof, even my face at times, with the art, for Grok to incorporate on AI generates, for Grok to AI generate digital remastering or 3D rendering and such. I have to edit that comment real quick because I realized that there was some auto text correct involved. Anyway, what that was directing is basically this right here, and I'm going to show you real quick. Like my own creative artwork, legitimately my own creative artwork. These are a bunch of drawings that I still haven't quite uploaded yet. Very very abstract, strange art. There is a unique coloring of mine right there with Charmander. Collars that I've been working on making. Original colorings of my own. A lot of it comes from Crayola Art with Edge coloring books. There's Timeless Creations. You know, there's also Winding Paths art for the Pokemon mandalas. Sometimes I draw my own content that it truly is my own. Give you an idea right here real quick. Hold on. Recently I uploaded a experimental, what is it? Oh, definitely some of my own creativity right there with the unique glitter mixes. It was meant to be more like a tribal vibe, Native American tribal vibe. So I'll zoom in on that real quick for people to see more clearly. And the Arbok mandala that you saw earlier, that was one of the pieces I had Grok AI generate more clean and crisp of a smooth finish. But I had a little trouble at first because Grok, like I said, is truth seeking. Are you legit about this? Yup. So it took a little while for me to get that just right. This is the original of the coloring. And the idea is just to really go over with people, not all AI is bad. Sometimes people will do things like what had happened with my other phone, Motorola. It was a Motorola Android phone. And I've been having to constantly log out whoever keeps getting into my YouTube account. But fortunately, they have not really messed around with the playlists I've been uploading. But I know that something is going on. Hopefully, a resolve ultimately can be put in place of the abuse of the AI, because there are so many who have done this just to make money themselves, like the guy explains in the video. I have not made a freaking penny of any of the playlist collaborations I've been working on over the years. At least not to me directly. I only have that to say regarding money involved. Anyway, I hope that whoever actually watched the entirety of this video, I know it's almost 20 minutes, it's been trying to be thorough on what I was trying to say, got something out of this.